Hey folks, hope you're doing good today. Hope you've had a good week and all that. Now, just lately on the channel, we've been checking out some emo, post-hardcore, emotional stuff, and I've really enjoyed it. It's sparked my interest back in this music. I used to love it back in the day. Haven't been listening to it for a while because it doesn't. I'd have to say it hadn't really spoken to me for a while. But man, just listening to these bands recently is just reminding me how good the music is, even if it doesn't speak to you on an emotional level and you're not going through all the kind of things that they talk about in this music. It's still super great music and it has just got a great vibe to it. So what I've lined up for us today is 5 bands to listen to. We're going to have a real nice listen and they're all really dope bands by the sounds of things as well. So get yourself comfy and we're going to have a real great listen. The first band that we're going to listen to is called Brighter Days. We have had these guys on the channel before. The track is called Feel Your Act. Let's enjoy these guys.
Always a struggle, then the thoughts, followed by an accident. Because of you I feel worse, and also know it will be better. Pathetic, conflicting, at the same time, with the best and the worst were best reflected in my behavior. That's why I hope you'd go for a walk, but you're still here, waiting by my side. If the instant that keeps me going and makes me hate you, should I just scream them, make a rest, when all there is time?
Superb, man. That was absolutely great. This is a 2-minute track, nearly a 2.5-minute track, and they got every single thing that they needed to in this track. Great guitaring, great guitar tone, the sickest drumming and great drum tones as well, washy cymbals, natural drums, all the different vocal styles in there as well, aggressiveness coming through, the emotionalness coming through, spoken word and all of that, which I love. Man, just superb. And the bass was in there as well, doing its own thing, had its own tone in there as well. Man, these guys ticked all the boxes. Super nice. The next band is called Valley. The track is called Painting Memories. including this one as well.
Out of the grave, the anchor is now our trusting cave. And to retreat, just take a break. The anchor is down a stable state. The trumpery, round to cover the moonlight, painting memories, the careless boy I used to be. The trumpery, round to cover the moonlight, painting memories, the careless boy I used to be. The same paradise today, higher than night fights, floating aimlessly, liquid out boundaries. The same paradise today, higher than night fights, floating aimlessly, liquid out boundaries. Iron doesn't heat, and the cold winter fails to freeze. Place to wonder is an excuse for our minds to wonder. Why should we taste the powder of growing older and feeling worse? Trapped in a collapsed house where voices never seem too loud. The blood doesn't flow like rivers that drain into the sea. In a world where fiction is better than reality. The slavery, work together as a dynamite, painting memories, the careless boy I used to be. The slavery.
Friggin' loved it. Moved in all the right ways, sounded absolutely great. Loved all the drum bits in there as well when it broke into the softer section with the spoken word. Absolutely love that. All the emotion coming through in the vocal. Great video as well for that one. Really, really nice, man. We're killing it today with the bands. Let's move on because we've got loads of bands to get through. This band is called Adrestia. The track is called rnmasken. Now, I want to mention about this one actually before we put it on. This is on the Gore Grinder channel. Now, I'm not sure, these guys might even be kind of offended that I've put them in with a post-hardcore emo guys. Now, they're not strictly a post-hardcore emo band. As you can see here, they're a crust punk death metal D-beat band, and they would probably normally feature on the Monday Grind. But I thought this track, I've listened to it for a few seconds, struck me that if you're into post-hardcore and emo stuff, you're really going to appreciate this track at least. You might not appreciate the other tracks from this band if they're more crust punky and deathy, but I thought this one had an emotional edge to it and had that kind of vibe that if you like this kind of music, you're going to enjoy this track as well. So let's see what we think about it. Let's give it a spin.
The God of the power
super nice. What a great energy to that one, man. Blasting all the way through, D beat. But I guarantee, and I'm not calling these guys emo or post-hardcore, but I guarantee if you are into emo and post-hardcore, you will absolutely love that track as well. It's just got the vibe as well to it. They have got a post-hardcore vibe to them. As soon as it breaks into that chorus, you can feel it, man. I really thought it sounded dope. And if you had these guys in a mix in a lineup with other post-hardcore bands, these would be like the rages of the night and the high energy band of the night, but they'd really go nicely with it as well. I think if there are other tracks are like these. So maybe we'll see these guys on a Monday grind or something in the future. But I really enjoyed that track. I thought it was super great. Nice video for it as well. Now, the last one we're going to check out, this is two bands, and I think they're on an EP together or something like that. This is with Zegama Beach as well, which is really dope. Colombia, the first band's from, and Mexico, the second band. So we're all over the world as well with these guys. This one's 6 minutes long. It's going to be a great listen. Let's give it a spin. Amazing. Man, is that going to be the end of their section? Yeah. That was so friggin' dope, man. Such high level musicianship in this music as well. That's what I'm kind of on board with nowadays with it. I'm not really feeling the emotional side of this music, you know, it doesn't speak to me in that way anymore because I'm just not that emo anymore. Kind of gone past emo and into depressive. But man, I've just absolutely love the vibe of the emo vibe, you know, the fact that, you know, these people are pushing their emotions through this music. They're not trying to sound hard or anything like that. It's vulnerable, emotional music. Really, really love it. Let's finish with the second band, Satón. Jesus. I'm really feeling this music more and more lately. Listening to it on the show just lately has just reminded me, not so much that I'm feeling the music, that I'm reminded just how great the music is and how high level the musicianship is in this music, how sick the drumming is. Every single band, man, just the drummer is taking this music to the next level with all the fills, working the cymbals, working the toms, just loads of stuff going on in the drums. Bass is a massive part of this music as well. Everyone's had a great tone, either a buzzy kind of thick tone or just a clean, biting, like bright tone. All of them work great within the music because there's space within this music, because there's usually less distortion on the guitars. Again, a cleaner, biting, crunchier tone, and that leaves the space for the bass to just fill up the low end and sound absolutely great. But really, the vocals are the main thing that take this music to the next level, because it's the vocalist. The vocalists in these kind of bands are vocalists who want to express themselves, emotional guys, vulnerable guys, you know, have got a lot of life situations going on, or even just the way they view life is intense. And they make great lyrics, great vocals. It comes through the mic with all the emotion and the kind of build up and the crackle in their voice and all the rest of it. I absolutely love to hear it. And as much, I'm not really on board with the kind of feeling sad nowadays, because I don't feel too sad nowadays. I've kind of gone past that. But I remember at the time, not only is this music sound great and all those things, but it really speaks to you on an emotional level as well. You feel a connection to the vocalists and the people in the band, and you know you're all on in the same emotional state as well. And that really is a X factor to this music. That if you're in the right headspace or the wrong headspace to listen to this music, it really touches you as well, as much as it's touched the people in the band. So great. It's something you don't get from, you know, raging music and things like that, aggressive style music. It's this emotional stuff is where that stuff comes through. So great. I've thought every band today has been absolutely 10 out of 10, super duper top notch stuff. And if you checked all of these guys out at a festival or at a gig, it'd be an absolute superb night. Very, very good. So there's some bands to check out going into the weekend. I hope you've enjoyed that as well. Absolutely jazzed up after listening to these bands. And hopefully all of them have checked out the show. And when they put out something new, they'll send it over here and we can enjoy their music again. That's it from me today, guys, and for this week. Hope you have a good weekend, and we'll see you back for the Monday grind. If you're watching this channel and you think, man, it'd be cool if you checked out our music, head over to the website over the weekend, make a submission and skip the queue, and we'll get you on next week. And that'll be that. Other than that, we'll see you next week, guys. Cheers. Bye.